welcome back to the channel.
If you guys are new here, smash the subscribe button down below.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell because we post 3 videos every single week. Today is Tuesday. The kids had Monday off because it was a holiday, it was Labor Day. So happy Labor Day to everyone out there. And yeah, we haven't really filmed anything in the last few days because we're hanging out with the kids. And also we just wanted to recover and like just have time with them without like picking up the camera. So right now we're on our way to get a new phone because Josiah, love him, but he broke Lucas's phone, and it was like it was so new. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Do you want to say anything?
Oh, I could tell the story.
All right, Lucas will tell the story. Go ahead.
So it's good. Josiah was throwing around soft things, balls, you know, stuffed animals, things that are appropriate to throw. And he picks up this this cube. It's a plastic cube, and he throws it. And of course, like the corner of it hits the one spot on my phone, shatters my phone. It's like it was a 1 in a million shot.
Seriously, it was like his phone was across the room, like in the corner, on the floor in the corner.
It like ricocheted off like a bar, and like
yeah, yeah, and it hit your little gymnastic bar, and yeah, just pretty much like destroyed it. So
yeah, it's getting kind of glitchy.
Yeah, let me see if I can show you. Can you see the crack? And it's getting glitchy now. I
want to get my replacement before it completely dies, because that way I can like, you know, switch everything over. That's the worst thing about getting a new phone.
Yeah, because whenever I got a new phone, my phone completely died. So I couldn't like get stuff off of it.
Right.
It's so annoying.
It's annoying.
But anyway, so we wanted to tell you guys about what happened with Lily girl last week. I need a couple days to like process everything before like I talk about it. It's still pretty triggering, I'm not gonna lie, but she's doing better now, so it's easier to talk about it now. And like I see it like as one of those like blessing in disguise. I'm glad something happened in order for people to take it more seriously.
Yeah.
But okay, grab your seat, grab your food, because I'm gonna talk a lot, but it's gonna make sense. But I have to give a little bit of background before like I tell you guys what happened. So Lillian, if you didn't know, Lillian's our daughter, and she has a lot of severe allergies. She's allergic to peanuts, tree nuts, shellfish, peas, mangoes, and pretty much like peanuts are off the charts, like extremely severe. Shellfish is anaphylactic too, peas anaphylactic, but so all the ones that stuck are the ones that she's anaphylactic to. And she does carry an EpiPen. We carry an EpiPen for her. The school has an EpiPen for her. Yada yada yada. Do you want to add anything, or should we keep going?
No, keep going.
So last year we were end up having to pick Lillian up early because like she kept having reactions. So at snack time, so we're like, okay, let's pick her up early and blah blah blah. So this year her new teacher and the nurse like called us like the day before school saying like, you know, we're kind of like anxious about like her allergies because it's really severe. She's now going to be in the lunchroom versus like in the comfort of her classroom at the teacher's desk. And there's a lot more like moving around versus like last year they stay in the room all day. This year like they go to like different places, you know, like art and music and Spanish and blah 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 blah. So like we were trying to like problem solve like different ways to like combat it. And I think if the principal watched this, like she'd be pissed, but she was kind of like nonchalant about it. Like she wasn't like, I'm like, you know, okay, for lunchtime if you want I could just come in and like eat lunch with her, so she's not in the lunchroom, because her peanut allergy is so severe that if like a lot of people are eating peanut butter in the lunchroom, she's gonna have a severe reaction. Like that's how bad like her peanut allergy is. She's like, you know, thinking that like we're kind of parents that like hovery and like just like I get it. We just want to eat lunch with our kid and just using their allergies as an excuse, kind of like, you know. But we landed on the fact that she sits outside in the outside table with one of her new friends. She loves them, so that's cool. So so what day was it? Yes, Thursday. I received a call from the school, and every time I get a call I always get anxious, and they're saying like, oh, Lily's eyes itchy, like what do you want her to do? I'm like, well, I guess you could give her Benadryl and then I could come over because she must be tired and sleepy. Right. When I tell you guys, when I showed up, it was like a horror scene in a way. Like Lily's eyes were so severely swollen that it literally looked like, you know when you get a burn and you have those blisters?
Like a bubble blister?
Like a bubble blisters. Like it was literally like boom, boom. Like her face was out here.
Yeah.
And her pupil, I couldn't even see her pupil because her the whites were so swollen that it completely like covered, like her eyes were completely massive and covered. And the nurse wasn't there, and the lady was literally was head like she was laying down behind the little girl, and like she put her face, and I'm just like get me her EpiPen, like, you know, like freaking out. So that lady was being such a, anyway, so we ended up epiing her. She required EpiPen, and like it's, thank God, like it stopped. Like if her reaction went from like slightly red to that within like 7 minutes, and they did not follow the proper protocol. And thank God that I wasn't working far away, because like I pretty much saved her life, because they were like, I don't even think anyone was bothered. It was bad. Anyway, I don't want to think about it, but you know, the principal and was being there, and she got educated, which is nice, about what to look out for anaphylactic reactions. And I'm like, you know, it's not just breathing. Yeah, a lot of people are thinking like, oh, when their throat closes up, that's when I epi, and we're like, no, like by the time the throat closes up, a lot of times it's too late. So, you know, the paramedics were able to educate her. I was able to finally educate her, because, you know, before they were just like, oh, I already know, like, I already know, I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was just like gaslights without like listening to the people. And so, and I was like, you know, severe swelling, diarrhea, throwing up, like these are all signs of anaphylactic reaction, and you don't want it to get to the point of no air, because like, and I was telling her, like, you know, that's the leading cause of death, because when you have delayed EpiPen, so people wait, hold it, okay, they can't breathe anymore, and then they epi, but then what? Like, they still can't breathe, you know what I'm saying? So it's good, because like I wasn't the only one, like there was so many paramedics like who like educated her, and she's like, you know, I'm gonna throw away the Benadryl. I'm like, listen, Benadryl's good for when it's mild, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, like, it's the little things, but you know, like you have to make the call. You can't wait from the, she's like, I'm gonna, like, pretty much like any sign of like that, she's gonna not be on it. She's gonna have it, like, special marker on her note, and like make sure the teacher is carrying EpiPen and stuff, because it happened on the playground. Like the playground equipment had her allergen on it. She touched her eye, and just went like, it started like getting very severe quickly after that. I was actually on lunch break when I was like on my way. I was on my way home to eat lunch with Rachel, and she calls me and she tells me, you know, they said Lillian's having an allergy reaction. So I was on the phone with Rachel whenever she saw her, and like she was telling me how bad it was. So I got there, what, a minute, two minutes after you? Yeah. And Rachel had already EpiPenned her by then, and I had never, like, I didn't know what I was expecting to walk into. I'd never seen it that bad. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't even explain to you guys. Yeah, it was. I mean, we have a picture of it, like, but it was 20 minutes after EpiPen. Yeah. And this is like, so it had calmed down significantly. And it was still like, should we put it here or no? We could put it. Yeah. So like the picture that you guys see. Yeah. This is significantly better than it was. I couldn't even like take a picture how it was before, which I know would have been good for the allergist. I was worried. I was honestly worried she was gonna lose her vision. Yeah, it was like so. The whites of her eyes, guys. Like, I don't. I get like her eye was swollen, but like the whites inside of her eyes were swollen, like it was, over, and it was like bubbles, like her whole face was like out here. But anyways, Lillian did so well. She was so calm. You guys be so proud of her. Like, she advocated for herself. Yeah. So she said that so you know, she's a class of 40 and she has 2 teachers, and she said she started feeling it, and she just got up and went to the teacher, and the first teacher dismissed her. She said, go sit back down and raise your hand, and she says nope, and she went straight to the second teacher. She said, and she said the second teacher, which is her main teacher, which me and her communicate with, like looking out for signs and knowing like whenever this happened, because when her severe reactions, I don't know why it just goes like her face is the one that gets affected first. So she like jumped on it, and so that saved us precious minutes, because it's literally minutes when you're dealing with anaphylactic reactions. So I'm super proud of Lillian that she advocated for herself, and I told her, like, you know, next, you know, if you ever get like this again, and I need you to demand an EpiPen, because at the end of the day, you could give 50 million EpiPens, but you can't give 50 million lives if you delay it. That makes sense. So it's good because the principal ended up calling me and she wants to have a meeting and she wants to like I said, get the teacher EpiPens carried. She wants to have her special seating and like get everyone trained. She put a special note saying like don't delay EpiPens for her, which is like really good, because she's like, I didn't realize how severe her allergies were. And I'm like, I literally tried to tell you. They're extremely severe, you know.
It's like, well, people don't take things seriously until they see how serious things are. Does that make sense?
And she had to see it for herself. But I actually tried to film this earlier and I couldn't, but
yeah, we literally had to get out. That's why we're in the car. We had to get out of the house. It was just sitting there and talking about it was
depressing. I'm not gonna lie. And it was like the worst. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys, it was my nightmare. Like, every single phone call I get, I like freak out because of that. But I was gonna say it went well when it comes to afterwards.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we debated like whether to tell you guys about this or not.
Sorry,
but like, I think if anybody becomes educated by this video, like if you deal with kids and you don't know about allergies or what to look out for anaphylaxis, it's something to look into. And know the signs and symptoms. It's not just breathing, because that's literally, they kept saying, but she's breathing fine, but she's breathing fine.
But that's
like, doesn't matter. She's in anaphylactic reaction right now.
And the end result is your throat closing.
Yeah.
So another one is like diarrhea.
Right.
Well, if a kid adjusts to something, if it's under allergic and they have constant diarrhea, that's an anaphylactic reaction. You gotta look out for these signs. You know. When
she ate seafood when she was younger, it was uncontrollable vomiting.
Yeah, it's vomiting.
And that's an anaphylactic reaction. It's something you can die from it. It's not just your airways closing.
No. And so, oh minute, guys. But yes, if you work with kids, like Lucas said, like make sure you like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, like I said, like thank God you were close.
Thank God you were close.
You were able, but you were able to EpiPen her quick.
Yes, I was.
Quote unquote quickly. Like,
yeah, within 8 minutes.
Because she was sitting there going through this, like, and like how long, you know?
Right. I don't even think the person was looking at. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah. Because it wasn't a nurse. It was a front desk lady who was who was sitting as a nurse who was there that day.
Right. And of course, it's like the one day
the one day the nurse wasn't there.
But like we said, like this is an eye opener for everybody that more people need to be trained.
Yep.
And like aware of this, especially when someone has severe allergies. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Alright, so we just went to Walmart and Best Buy. But anyway, so we just want to quickly come on here and talk to you about everything. But
kind of closing out this, continue keeping prayers coming. Like pray for Lillian, just make sure, you know, that God provide her safety, and that the people that she's surrounded by have like the knowledge and wisdom to like take care of her properly. One last thing on this topic and then I'm done. Is that, because some people are like probably gonna be like, well, why don't you pull her out of school? This could happen anywhere.
It could happen anywhere.
It could happen at our playground. It could happen at Walmart, a shopping cart. It could happen literally anywhere. And
we can't we want to shelter her, but we can't shelter her. Like we gotta pretty much like give the tools, because at the end of the day she needs to live her life. But we are toying with the idea of homeschooling. I asked Lillian though, and she said no.
That girl loves her friends and her community. She loves it. So
we love you guys so much. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.